up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another eat and train with me for the day, which I love filming these. If this is the first one of these that you're seeing from me, essentially I'm just going to share with you guys every single solitary thing that I'm eating today, as well as my full entire workout, just because I feel like it's really helpful and a really good learning lesson to show you guys what I'm eating as well as how I'm training, to show you guys like the synergy between the two, because that proportion is really important to make sure that you're fueling your training properly and kind of vice versa. So I do not count calories, I don't track macros or anything like that. I always say that I'm a mindful eater, so I'm still very intentional with the way that I'm eating and what I'm eating to feel a certain way, perform well in the gym, and stay in alignment with my goals, but I just don't over micromanage and like count every single calorie that goes in my mouth. It just personally doesn't work well for me. It always makes me feel more stressed, so I always see the best progress and I feel the best when I just am eating more mindfully. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely very passionate about health. Like, I love fueling myself with really cleaner, whole food based foods, but I definitely love my sweet treats. I have a raging sweet tooth, so I definitely think I eat very balanced, and that's always my intention, to be able to follow more so that kind of like 80-20 rule, I guess, if you will. I'm all about enjoying the fun foods for your soul, you know? Like I said though, I still try to eat in alignment with my goals, which I've just had so much experience. I have enough base knowledge of nutrition to be able to eat mindfully without needing to track everything. So all these meals that you're going to be seeing today are definitely very high protein focused, and they're going to be prioritized around whole food sources. I'm someone who always needs a breakfast appetizer. Like, as soon as I come downstairs, I'm opening up the fridge and eating something. So I've usually been having just a bunch of fruit depending on what we have, like blueberries, raspberries, pineapple, grapes, whatever it is. And then today, since I didn't have turkey bacon, I ended up whisking all 3 of my full eggs together. And then I had some Jenny O like breakfast turkey sausage on the side, and then topped it with some ketchup. Yes, I'm an eggs and ketchup type person. And then I had some more fruit on the side as well. And I haven't been having my oatmeal every single morning for breakfast. It really just depends on the day and my hunger levels. Like this morning I ended up having oatmeal, but I just have read how good higher fat and higher protein breakfasts are, especially for like women's health and women's hormones. So that's why I've just been trying to experimenting with that. I've added in an extra yolk with my eggs, so I'm eating 3 full yolks now to have a little bit more higher fat in the morning. And then I also ended up having some chocolate covered fruit that I made at my boyfriend's the other day. But I've honestly been feeling so much better starting my mornings like this with more fruit and like higher fat and proteins. Alright guys, it's already snack time. I mean, it feels fast for you, but like it's been 2 hours for me. It's noon o'clock, 12:30, noon 30, and I'm doing work in my bed. And when I do this, my rationale is that like it's better for my posture, because when I'm doing like phone work and I was like making a TikTok like on my phone, I feel like when I'm sitting upright, I'm like so hunched, like trying to get close to the screen, and I'm like, I just feel like when I can lay down and keep everything neutral, this is what I tell myself to convince myself it's okay to be working in bed. But like, I feel like it kind of makes sense. It's for my posture, you know? Anyways, I'm still obsessed with these pure protein mint chocolate cookie. You guys, this is the best protein bar I've come across in such a long time. It's like the perfect, it's like sweet, but since it's mint, it's not too sweet, so it's like kind of a palate cleanser. I feel like it never gets old because of the mint. Like, I feel like it's like a neutral but yet sweet but yet really satisfying flavor, and the texture is so good. It's like layered, it's like more crunchy but like soft, but then you have like the white icing on top. It's just like 10 out of 10. I'm literally obsessed with it, and I get it from Walmart. And then I'm also gonna have an apple. Most of the time though, I'll have like a few dried figs, but today an apple just sounded good. But y'all, look at this. Hello. Oh, it's so good. You guys need it. And I guess this is like a perfect example of what I mean when I say I'm still intentional with what I'm eating to fuel my body well, make sure I'm providing my body with enough nutrients and things like that, and eating in alignment with my goals, while still like holding space for intuitive decisions when it comes to what my body's actually craving and wanting. I know that having some sort of fruit really helps with my digestion, getting fiber in, getting in my vitamins and nutrients in. So that's kind of where I still am eating in alignment with my goals, if you will, but then I'm creating that space to choose what type of fruit that I want to eat. You know, is it an apple today? Is it a banana? Do I want more berries? Do I want more pineapple? Do I want a fig? Things like that, where I still have the space to listen to my body and still honor those cravings and those preferences and those pulls that I have for the day, because I do believe you have them for a reason. Your body is telling you something. I totally do think being able to listen to your body's cravings and hunger cues truly is a skill that genuinely takes practice. And so I think little things like this helps you kind of cultivate that skill and development even more. Alright people, the sun has emerged, so therefore, Livfiit is emerging. We're finally gonna go to the gym. It's about 2 o'clock. My nails are still so freaking thin. If you guys saw the last video, you know. And they keep bending back. I can't stand it. Also, last video I told you guys that I made like an Amazon purchase, and these were 2 other things that I ordered from Amazon because I really want to get better at hair oiling. So I got pumpkin seed oil, then rosemary oil. And so I'm essentially just gonna do like hair masks with it. Put some oil on my ends every night, etc., to help like stimulate hair growth and just better hair health. So I'm excited to try both of those. I also bought like a little scalp massager thing that has like an opening in it for the oil to be able to go through it, and you could massage your scalp at the same time. It hasn't come yet, but I'm so excited to try it. Am I too lazy to go get my tripod? Yes. But we're gonna go hit upper body, and I don't know if I should wear, I did this color combination last summer. I haven't worn it in forever. And I don't know if I like it anymore. Or I could just stick with like the classic white sports bra, which was like my original plan. Or, oh wait, I think this is what I did. It was yellow with this. That was cute. Okay, or we could do yellow. This is Screaming Spring. So I just decided on the white sports bra, and then I have this little heather gray like half zip. Everything that you're seeing is from Livfiit. Alright, we're at the gym now, and I had 2 figs and then 2 chocolate covered raspberries before I came, and I was trying so hard to replicate the True Fruit like frozen chocolate covered raspberries so badly yesterday, and so those raspberries were covered in white and dark chocolate, and they didn't taste the same, but they were close enough. Thank you. Okay, besties, so I've been getting some requests to give you guys some pointers for jump roping, so ask and you shall receive. Here we go. Today's the day. The biggest thing that comes to mind is my hand placement. So if you think about the jump rope, basically it's working like it's a half moon above my head. You can kind of see it, and then obviously underneath me. So you want to stay in the tallest part of the jump rope, and you want to stay in the middle of it. So keeping your hands in place helps you stay in the middle of the jump rope and like stay in proper alignment. So as you can see, my hands are about like hip height, I guess, if you will, just straight out from my sides, and I'm not moving my hands in and out. They're staying and rotating on that same axis. They're like pretty much in a fixed point. So I think that's the first thing that really helps me stay like in the middle of the jump rope and helps it be smooth. Next thing is no double bouncing. So I'm not doing 2 bounces. I think like maybe if you want to start off with that to get a little bit comfortable, go for it, but I always find it harder to stay in the rhythm and like in the cadence when I'm double bouncing. So I just do single hops. And then another thing is I'm jump roping while looking into a mirror. So this helps me. I also like to kind of watch my feet. This is definitely kind of a, you know, training wheels type situation, but being able to watch your feet in the mirror, I think helps you time it better and get into a better rhythm with it. And then I know no one wants to hear, but honestly, practicing with jump roping is so freaking important. And like I've been jump roping for years, like since high school on and off. So I just have had a lot of time with it. And just this is something where like the more you do it, the easier it is and the better you get into the rhythm of it and the flow. Just don't think too hard about it either. I find when I'm thinking too hard, that's when I end up tripping over the rope the most. So like just try to find the flow with it and have fun with it. Pretend like you're dancing. And honestly, I have good days and bad days. Like there's days where I'm constantly tripping over the cable. Like as you can see, I kept tripping over it. Or there's certain days where I don't trip over the rope at all. So it just kind of is the nature of the game. Big pro tip though is to don't jump rope with your hair in a ponytail. I never do it for this reason, and it was so distracting this day. And for our first exercise of the workout, we started off with just some good old chin-ups because I'm determined to get my strength back on these people. So I did 3 sets, as many reps as possible. And this first set, I did 10 reps, y'all. I don't know the last time I did 10 reps, which is super freaking exciting. Form tips for this, again, I'm retracting my shoulder blades back and down to engage my lats. We're trying to pull up with our lats, which is those back muscles, not our biceps. So our hands are just hooks for the weights here, well, for our bodies, I guess, if you will. Hooks to pull us up. You want to keep that core nice and tight, and you really want to squeeze your lats in order to pull you up out of this. There's currently a bug on my mic. I wish I could make this up. I think he's got something to say. How do I remove him? Okay. Bug is safely on the turf. Anyways, I feel like I needed a first exercise to like get me in the zone, but I felt so much stronger on those pull-ups for some reason, those chin-ups. I do not know the last time I got 10 reps, and then I got 8 reps the second set, and then 6 reps the third set, which just is crazy. I haven't felt that strong in those in a while. I don't know if it's because I've actually been practicing the last like 2 weeks and I've already seen a difference in strength again, but man, that felt good. That's such a fun exercise to feel strong on. Anyways, now we're gonna do a horizontal back motion, just a seated cable row. I honestly haven't done this in a while, and M&M is my mood today. Okay, so main thing with this, I'm trying to keep my elbows pretty close to my sides. I'm not flailing them out. I'm dropping my shoulders away from my ears to engage my back muscles and my lats, and I'm basically gonna try to drive this handle to my hips. So retracting those shoulder blades, my back's engaged. Now I'm shooting this handle to my hips, keeping those elbows along my sides. Your hands are just hooks for the weight, so you're not pulling this with your bicep, you're pulling it by squeezing your back. I don't know why it's chilly over here. Okay guys, if I'm being fully honest, basically my one chest exercise that I do per week is like just my fun exercise, like something just that I find fun. And I've been doing the same exact chest exercise for the past like 2-3 months because I just enjoy it. It's like just the normal chest press machine. But I felt like switching up and trying out this chest fly one. I feel like the angle in the camera looks so funny. 12. Whoo, whoo, whoo. That actually felt nice. All right, so we're still gonna stick with 3 sets of 12, and then same thing as always, dropping those shoulders down away from my ears. I have a nice big wide stance with my legs. I'm driving into the ground with my heels to have a steady base. My core is nice and tight, and I'm kind of picturing myself as like trying to scoop a little bowl of cookie dough for this range of motion. And I'm focusing on like squeezing my chest as opposed to just like squeezing my hands together, if that makes sense. And be careful with your range of motion. Stay in a safe range of motion. So I'm still like not letting my hands go all the way back there. I'm keeping it up here where there's some constant tension. 12. Guys, I kind of really like this. All right, next we're gonna go into seated lateral raises. I've been preferring seated lately just because it helps eliminate some momentum, and I don't know, just kind of feels more comfortable to me. I find sometimes I tend to bounce a little bit too much when I'm doing them standing. So the biggest thing here is I do a little bit of a forward torso lean a little bit just so I have a little bit more range of motion down here. I can come a little bit further with the weights. And then I'm basically just gonna come up till my arms are about parallel with the ground. You guys know the deal. No need to come up any higher than that. And we're gonna keep a nice slight bend in our arm to protect our elbow. We're gonna keep it nice and simple, about 3 sets of 12 here. Okay, next up is the superset because we can't make it through an upper body day without a superset, if y'all know me. So we're gonna do some for the arms. We're gonna do a bicep exercise and then go straight into a tricep exercise. My dad calls these a concentrated bicep curl, to be fully honest. But basically we're just gonna be at an incline bench here, an incline, and then dropping the weights down. And essentially what we're gonna do is bring like the first part of the curl is like a hammer curl style. So the palms are gonna be facing in towards us. And then once we get to our hips, we're gonna rotate out and we're gonna rotate our palms up to the sky and like finish off with the normal traditional bicep curl grip, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like rotating, but I love this one again because it forces you to eliminate momentum and it's just super concentrated on the biceps. Like I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to do these 12.5s, but I'm gonna aim for like 10 to 12 reps here. So I'm gonna come up, palms are facing my sides, I get to my hips, and then I'm rotating up. Another huge thing with curls is I'm stopping where there's still tension. So I'm stopping like right here at peak tension, but I'm not coming all the way up and like letting my fist fall into my shoulders. That's something that's really important with curls. Okay, next exercise is a seated skull crusher. I'm gonna be honest, this is like my 2nd or 3rd time ever doing these, but I'm obsessed with them. I usually always was doing them like the lying version, but but this is also great too. So essentially, we're just gonna pretend like there's a rod running through our elbows, so there shouldn't be a lot of movement up here with our upper arms and with our elbows. We want those to stay in a pretty fixed position because that's what's gonna help us really concentrate and like hit specifically our bicep. So again, pretend like there's a rod fixating our elbows, and the only movement here is we're gonna be dropping our wrist towards the top of our head here, right? My elbows are staying relatively stationary, and then I'm driving those palms up towards the sky by squeezing my triceps. I also kind of picture this more so as like an arc range of motion rather than like vertically up and down, if that makes sense. That helps my elbows stay in a fixed position. So you're basically gonna complete both of those exercises back to back, then you're gonna rest and then complete that 2 more times for the 3 total sets. Hey, so final exercise, we're gonna hit some rear delts, which is this back side of the shoulder. I really like to incorporate some of this training because it just really helps to round out the shoulder, you know, and really sculpt the back of it and really just bring the shoulder full circle, you know what I'm saying? So this is a decline rear delt fly, so my same incline bench thing going on. I just switched and I'm facing forward, and I'm essentially just going to do the same fly motion that we did previously for the chest, and now we're just going to be kicking backwards instead of coming forwards. Again, that nice slight bend in my arm, I'm going to keep that to protect my elbow. I'm not going to overextend, right? I'm staying in my comfortable range of motion, and I'm focusing on driving the back of my palms up towards the sky, again kind of in a sweeping motion like in an arc. And I'm doing that by squeezing my rear delts back here, dropping those shoulders away from the ears as well. It's really important to control this whole movement because it's a really small movement. So you really want to control the raising and the lowering portion, and don't let momentum take you through. Y'all, my upper body feels tender. Like, I think I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. NGL. Okay, so it's definitely a late lunch, and sometimes this happens to me when I go to the gym at an awkward time and it's like I'm not like really hungry for a full lunch, but then I know by the time I get home it's gonna be like a late lunch, you know what I mean? So like I don't want to eat a lunch before, but anyway, so it's a late lunch, but that's fine because I still can kind of wait like 2.5 hours, and then I'll have dinner and I'll be fine. I wish we had some dinner leftovers, and we don't. Things are looking sparse. I need to have a chocolate covered strawberry. This is the thing. I brought home like a little, you know, just a take home pack for my boyfriends, and I knew I was gonna eat these all like in one day. I've been doing one of Yuna days on like TikTok, etc. And I've been showing this lunch nonstop, and I'm really sorry, but it's the way the cards fall. I don't like prep before these videos because I want them to be like very honest, authentic, and genuine, because I know it's like helpful to have fun meal ideas when I like, you know, when you see people making like these extravagant meals and stuff. But I also know it can make healthy eating feel overwhelming, and so I just want to show like honestly what I do to help me stay on track like after these 6 years of like being able to make this a lifestyle. So this is super common for me to have this lunch in some sort of font, but lately I've been having white albacore tuna. Normally like I love salads, but I don't like that in the winter, so I've been mixing this tuna with this hummus from Falafel King. It's so bomb. Their garlic one's also so good, and the ingredients are amazing. Mix those 2 together, and then I just eat it with some seaweed, and then depending on what we have, so we have like a little bit of avocado left I'm gonna use up. It's quick, easy, I have 0 prep time. Lunch is always something I don't wanna have to make. Like I always just wanna grab something quick and eat it for lunch. Here's the thing, tuna has a tendency to be dry. So you have to make sure that you're putting in enough of your like mix in. So like whether it's hummus, honey Dijon mustard, mayo, you need to put a good amount in so it's not super dry. Also, I get these from Whole Foods. I personally am obsessed with these. I love the texture. I just love seaweed. Like I love seaweed salad too. I know so many of you guys watching are like, this is disgusting. I personally love this. Like to me, it's so satisfying because it's so like salty. And then I love the texture of the seaweed. And I've been obsessed with these Lesser Evil Sun Poppers. I was a big Lesser Evil popcorn fan, and I still like love the taste of it. There's no tea there, I just personally have been staying away from corn products because they've made me so painfully bloated and I couldn't figure out what it was for the longest time. And it turned out to be corn. So I've been choosing more like grain-free options for snacks. These and like their little paleo puffs are so good, but I just tried these for the first time. They're sour cream and onion flavor. I'm literally obsessed with them. I kind of feel like my brother ate some of these. I'm gonna have to confront him about that later. Except maybe I did just eat this whole bag. That's also likely, but am I the only one that does that? Like, people with siblings, please let me know. This is like factual. Like, growing up, I would always be like, who ate this? Blah, 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 blah. Like, so much of it's gone. And there, like, no one ate it. It was me. And I didn't realize that I had eaten that much of it. And I would like come for my siblings like, who ate my stuff? And it was just me, sister. Anyways, when I have these, I personally don't like put these in a bowl because I don't really know how much I want until I'm eating it. Like, I think this is another, again, this is not gonna work for everyone. I'm just sharing what I do. But for me, I think this helps me more like listen to my hunger cues, because I feel like if I force them in a bowl, it might be more than I actually want. Like, I don't know, I just like might feel fuller before then, or I might want more than that. So I just kind of eat until I generally feel like satiated, like I've had enough of these. So I just personally eat them right out of the bag. I don't like measure them or anything. And it sounds weird, but like it almost helps me eat them more mindfully in a weird way. Blue skies are out, dog. It's gorgeous. Yeah, these are all gone. I need more of those ASAP. So in terms of supplementation, right now my biggest freaking focus is collagen and like micronutrients and mineral repletion, especially because if you haven't seen my last video, go watch it, because I explained my whole nail fiasco and why it's so necessary for me to work on my nail health, which I kind of always been doing that, but now more than ever I'm like determined to revitalize my nails, which this was my own doing, and I'm aware. I pretty much was complaining in the last video and I realized I was like, that was like all my doing, my fault. But anyways, and also I'm really big into hair health again, as you guys saw from the oils upstairs and everything. So I'm really focused on like nourishing my body from the inside out with all of like the micronutrients that I feel like are overlooked a lot, especially in the social media fitness space. And I also have been behind on water today. Usually I drink like 3/4 of a gallon to a gallon of water a day, and I feel like right now I'm probably at like maybe a half a gallon. So I love doing this because it forced me to get a ton of water in. So I have this huge mason jar. I'm going to add in some oxy greens right now in the strawberry margarita flavor. This is the best flavor ever. It's the best tasting greens on the market, because also my veggie intake was so bad today, and I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of vegetables at dinner either. So we're doing a full freaking scoop of this. This has a green superfood complex, prebiotic, fiber, and antioxidants here, which I love, and there's actually a lot of organic ingredients in there. Then I've been using the OxyGlow by EHPLABS as well. This is a marine collagen. There's also vitamin C in here and some other vitamins to help with like proper synthesis of collagen, which we love that. If I had some coconut water, I'd also add that in here, but I don't. But this is like my beauty cocktail these days. That's what I should have opened up with. And then I showed you guys this in my last video. I've been getting into mineral repletion, like I said. So these are trace mineral drops. I ordered these straight from Amazon. I'll actually link these in my storefront actually as well, down below. But it's literally just concentrated seawater, and there's a bunch of minerals in here. And minerals are so important because they're involved in like the actual proper utilization of all the nutrients that we're getting in from our foods and stuff and from supplements. And also just helps with like brain function, internal health, hair health, nail health, skin health, all that sort of stuff. So I'm just gonna add, I've been adding a few drops of this most days of the week. Again, really hoping that's gonna help with my health from the inside out. EHPLABS is actually having another sale though. Hallelujah. So until April 10th, my code Livfiit10 will give you 20% off, which is legit. And then also there's certain bundles that are up to 40% off all month long. So if that's of interest to you, you know where to find the link. Hint in the description box. And then I also didn't take my vitamins this morning either, so I guess we're off to a good start. So I'm just gonna take this Blessed Healthy Hair Booster as well. This just has good stuff for hair, vitamin B12, biotin, iodine, zinc, and then silica. So I'm gonna take one of those. Then I'm also gonna take some just vitamin D because I don't get sun on my skin here. I don't take these every single solitary day, but probably like 4 times a week, I wanna say. Sometimes I take magnesium, but I haven't been taking that as often because there is some magnesium in here. But yeah, this again, available on the EHPLABS/Blessed website. This is also just from Amazon. on the menu?
We're having some turkey and chicken chili. Well, look at it. It's hearty looking.
Yeah, what else
It's got
is in
some
there?
cannelli beans, some
mushrooms,
some green peppers, onions, and some hot chilies with some bone broth for some extra protein.
And nutrients.
And nutrients.
It's like 10 days past due. It doesn't taste bad.
Yeah, I think it's
It tastes like a cheese stick. Mozzarella.
Well, if you put a grill on it.
Can I tell the vlog?
I guess. I mean,
Guess what? So Lucas and my dad still go to my old gym, and his sweatshirt got stolen today to the point where they literally had to go back to the camera footage and see who took it and called the dude, and he had to come back and bring it back, and it was retrieved. But like, that old gym's for the streets now, dogs. Agreed?
No.
Maybe it's because your hoodie says hostile on it, so the kid was just
Yeah, don't
trying
blame
to
him for
join in.
wanting it.
Was he young?
He probably was, like 18. I was like, you look kind of sus.
Says you who's wearing a hostile hoodie. I think you look sus. All right, dessert time. So I've been loving these Nutella biscuits, and so has Luke. These are what I've even been having these Unreal's dark chocolate coconut. These are so freaking good because I love coconut. Or I'll be having the True Fruits.
None of that was in focus.
I know, Luke.
I'm stealing it. Look at that eye detect.
Or some chocolate strawberries. You can't have anyone. You basically can have that one. I gave you one. No. Oh, you're gonna take the best one out of there? How about that one? Or you could have that one. Don't take that one.
Have this one?
Yeah. You could have that one.
Fine.
I'm giving him the big one. But not with rainbow sprinkles.
We were ripping and we were taking
Did you eat some of these?
You know, and it's
I'm gonna have one of each. Because I've already had so many chocolate covered fruit today.
not even skiable during the season, you know, you kind of, but anyway, he was just a good guy, and he was very cool.
Opening day. What are you doing here?
You definitely won't be out there.
I know.
Lover was worried that she was going to miss, this was a closing weekend, and I go, no, it's the 23rd. She goes, oh, good, I got time then. She's still going to miss it.
I'm definitely the most level-headed, grounded when it comes to advice of the family.
Joe.
What's that supposed to mean? How about the one who's getting chocolate on my floor?
And it's simply by process of elimination.
But it's so false.
How did we switch gears all the way to
Sophia's level-headed. Did you eat any of those sour cream and onion things? My
Not
poppy
since
things?
you gave, not the ones you gave
Okay,
me.
see guys, so I did eat it all. It wasn't me.
Yeah, like,
Alright y'all, that's it for today's Eat and Train with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a little like, comment down below, letting me know your thoughts, and subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss another video from me. I really appreciate all your guys' love and support. I'm so thankful that you guys are here. I'm sending you so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.